Hello everyone, and welcome back to RuneScape, where it's an exciting day because it's quest release day, and I'm doing the new quest. This is the Stellar Born quest. And this crashed star just landed. So let's go check it out. Hello? Is something there? Hello? Are you okay in there? This environment is quite sufficient. Are you sure? It's much nicer out here. I would not stop you from mining me out, if you desire to. Alright then. Alright, so I guess we gotta mine the crash star. I wonder how long that's gonna take. Well, there's a bar, and it's moving pretty fast. Shouldn't take too long at all. And when you first run up to it, you actually see it land. Oh, hello! Hello, strange creature. If I'm the strange one, what are you? I'm a star sprite. My kind makes the stars in the sky shine. So, what are you going to do now? While this cultural exchange has been most entertaining, I must head back to my home, Zolaria. Oh, or this is goodbye then? Yes, goodbye. Yes? Was that meant to do something? I should be back on Zolaria now. This has not happened before. Do you need some help again? It would appear so. What do you suggest, odd being? First of all, you can call me KaBob. KaBob, KaBob, KaBob. KaBob it is, and you can call me Zoob. Alright, Zoob, let's start by asking around the Wizard's Tower. There's probably someone knowledgeable in this kind of magic there. I shall be right behind you. Alright, we got a follower. Let's get on over to that wizard tower. Now, I think there's an astromancer here somewhere, so that's probably who we're gonna talk to, but I don't actually know what floor they're on. So I'm gonna have to look around real quick. Alright, I figured it out. She's the one next to the giant telescope. That's who we needed to talk to. I don't think I've seen your face before. I'm Wizard Rosalina. I wonder what that's a reference to. Nice to meet you. I'm KaBob. Hi, Rosalina. I've got a little problem that could potentially use your help. It's about the height of a goblin, has huge eyes that stare into your soul, covered in bright fuzz. That sounds like me. Oh, you've brought me a star sprite. These little fellows are the main focus of my research here. Ooh. So what seems to be the problem? They look to be all in one piece. This little guy crashed over in Piscatoris, but their teleport back home didn't work. I elevated, then poof, and nothing. Oi, I was sleeping there. I see some space fleas, which are nothing out of the ordinary. It's okay, I won't take much longer. Is it just me, or do they seem a little less glowy to you? For lack of a scientific term. You know, you might be onto something. Yep, definitely less glowy, or more accurately, it appears they're at a deficit of their usual anima mundi. Anima numdi? Anima mundi. That's where your inherent magical aspect comes from, your aura, if you will. Am I dying? No. At least I don't think so. We should visit your home planet to investigate. How can we get there? We could shoot ourselves from a dwarf multi-cannon? I would be the first to volunteer. I love the spirit, really. Very creative. But I could probably figure out how to make a teleportation portal with the help of our friend here. That works too, I suppose. Meet me back at the crash site in Piscatoris with 152 cosmic runes and 52 astral runes and a wizard blizzard. See you there. Alright, and we will be there in a second. Alright, and we're back here. Now, Rosalina would have preferred a fresh-made wizard blizzard, but I just got her a pre-made one because I don't care that much about her. Where is she? Ah, there she is. KaBob, do you have the items I need? Yes, here you go. Perfect, there's no time to waste, so let's get started. Zoob, I'll need the remnants of your anima to help with the spell. Hopefully it should positively fuse with the energy from the crashed star. Okay. Now, for a bit of a boost. Tastes a bit cheap, but it'll do. Come on. Oh, that went well. I take it that wasn't meant to happen? Eesh, my calculations were flawless. Even with the Wizard Blizzard, I must need more power. Could I help? No, you need years of astromancy experience like myself. I'm sorry to disappoint you both. Is that it? I'm afraid so. Really, in all of Gilnor and its surrounding cosmos, there's not a single other eligible astromancer who could help us out? Yep, no one. Huh. You have the opportunity to visit the subject of your life's work and you really can't come up with another solution? Nope. You don't sound like a very good astromancer to me. Hey. KaBob speaks the truth. Fine. There might be someone else who can help. Finally. Who? KaBob, why is Miss Rosalina acting stranger than usual? It's Chambers. You can find him by the Gobi camp in the southwest of the desert. Alrighty then, we got there in the end. Let's go, Zoob. Yes, let's go. Alright, here we are outside of Minifos, where we can find Chambers. I think it's my first time being over here since they got rid of the whole Tuska area. I hadn't seen this yet. Or the Gobi's being moved over here. Where is Chambers, though? There he is. Alright. Wizard Chambers? Can I help you? We have been sent to you by the strange astromancer human Rosalina. Fancy seeing a star sprite here. You say Rosie sent you? Yes, Rosalina sent us. I'm surprised she's asking for my expertise. Well, not exactly. It took a bit of coaxing to get it out of her. That sounds more like the Rosie I know. I can do this myself. I don't need anyone else's help. Now, I'd be the first to concede to her skill, but if anyone's learned anything from old Tuska, it's to not underestimate the power of teamwork. Teamwork does make the dream work. Wise words, my friend. I take it you are the one in need of my help? Yes, Rosalina and KaBob are trying to return me to my home on Zolaria. Rosalina tried to create a teleportation portal using the anima from Zoob here, and the crashed star in which they landed in, but she alone didn't have enough power. And so she needs another powerful astromancer to try again with her. Will you help us? I can't say no to that face. It would be nice to see Rosie again, too. She must be brimming with excitement at the possibility of getting to visit your home. Thank you. The crash site is over in northwest Piscatoris. I'll meet you there as soon as I can. Alright, me too. Alright, we have returned, and they've got a whole little camp set up here. Crazy. Alright, we'll talk to Rosalina. Chambers. Rosie! Have you done something different with your hair? It suits you. Right, let's get started, shall we? Yes, I bet Zoob is looking forward to getting home. Alright, so how's this gonna work? Zoob, I'll need you to stand in the same position as before. I am ready. Chambers and I will be over here charging up the atmosphere around the star. Don't worry, KaBob, you have an important job too. Moral support? If you like, though we also need someone to shoo away anything that gets near the star, as they could interrupt the stream of energy. We were lucky with the first attempt, but now we have double the power, so there's no doubt some critters will be drawn to it. Easy, I can handle that. Let's begin. Oh gosh. Fireflies. They're very fast. Whatever you do, don't cross the beams. Oh my gosh. Crazy. Honestly, I was expecting them to actually be doing something instead of just standing there. But instead the fireflies are just going crazy. There you go, you're actually doing something. You shot one little air blast. Get out of here, fireflies. Face my fist. It's like a high-speed version of the, oh, what's the Zymite thing called? Herbie Werby. Also, the way they move is kind of crazy. Alright, get out of here. We're almost there. Gosh, this is a long timer. Alright, we made it. Come on. Yes! There we go, we made a great team. I'm sure if I had 2 Wizard Blizzards earlier, I could have done it myself. It is time to rejoin my brethren. Wait. Alright. Well, I guess the portal's stable then. Phew, I didn't fancy Star Sprite KaBob for lunch. Hey, that's insensitive. I'd best go next. Can't believe they'd say that about me. I would never eat a Star Sprite. You're last but not least, KaBob. What about you? Someone should probably stay here to make sure the portal doesn't collapse. Here goes nothing, then. Alright, I get to go in. I don't know what this place looks like. I've not seen any pictures, so this will be cool. Rosalina? Zoob? Anyone? Oh. It is very cool looking. Man, I want to chop this tree. What the heck? I want new locks. I gotta get on that woodcutting 110 update, too. I've not even messed with it yet. That is a big drop into nothingness. Oh, I forgot that I have a handy mechanical flying device on me at all times. This is no problem. Right, so you actually have to have done enough archaeology to have the wingsuit, which I think is cool. I think it's cool to tie archaeology into this. Some people were theorizing that this quest is a hint at astromancy being the next skill, but I think it'd be weird to have like a tutorial astromancy quest require such high levels and stuff. I don't know, am I supposed to land on this? Doesn't really seem like there's anything to do there. So I will land on the big island. Alright, we got new Star Sprites. We got Glorp, we got Fuzz, I think was his name. We got Star Sprite, he's my favorite one. This is a cool thing I knew about. They've got just a random flower patch here. I like that a lot. Old school RuneScape did the same thing, adding just a flower patch on its own, which is nice because you don't want to have to dig up like your white lilies to plant a flower if you need a flower for something. So having one on its own is nice. Anyway, I don't actually know what we're doing here. We'll just talk to Glorp, I guess. Wow, a human. Okay, maybe not. Well, Rosalina has to be around here somewhere, right? I mean, how can she fly? Maybe the sprites helped her. And just look at all the star blooms, the way they illuminate the ether. Or either. I don't know. Oh, KaBob, good to see you made it in one piece. You were very slow. That was a little rude. Rude to us, maybe, but star sprites have different social... Why can't I talk? Different social conventions to humans. The portal took me to one of the outer islands. I'm lucky I had my wingsuit with me. Ah yes, I should have warned you of that possibility. But you're here now. Let me introduce you to Blip. Greetings, KaBob. I'm what you humans may refer to as an elder on our planet. Nice to meet you. Thank you for welcoming us into your home that we, broke into without permission. I have brought these humans back with me as they wish to examine my loss of what they call anima numdi. Anima numdi? Anima mundi. It's a scientific term we use to describe your magic, basically. Ah, the soul of a star sprite. We call that our starlight. How intriguing. Let me just make a note of that. Starlight. Yes, they have a completely unique terminology for anima. Of course, I'm writing down anything and everything. Dialect, scent, size. Is Miss Rosalina broken? Rosalina, are you talking to someone? Oh, I'm talking to Chambers through the contact spell. I thought you would relish this time away from him. I figured that it would be in my best professional interest to keep him in the loop. I definitely do not need to hear his grounded, articulate voice out here in the depths of space. Nope, not that. Sure thing. I'll just strengthen the range so you can all hear him too. What was about voice? The Star Sprite's voices, they have such lovely articulate voices. I'm not quite term I'd use. The signal isn't the best out here, so we might be a bit intermittent. Anyway, where were we? My lost anima. Yes, your lost anima. As much as I'd love a thriving Star Sprite population on our very own Gielinor, it's probably not in the best interests of your species for you all to gradually get stranded there. That is understandable. While we have adapted very well environmentally to the extremities of your lands, I am not sure we are yet socially accepted. Well, I think you're cute. Thank you for the words of endearment, KaBob. As long as you are here, you are welcome to do anything that will further your knowledge on this anomaly of the starlight. Wonderful! KaBob, you're the most experienced adventurer here. Start exploring the area and see what you can learn. What should I be looking out for? Anything and everything at this stage. Not all of it will end up being useful, but we might be able to craft a feasible explanation from what you find. I'll crack on with it. So my understanding is that we need to find at least 4 things minimum, and that might be enough. But there's a lot more than 4. I don't know if it matters which 4 things we find, or if it's just 4 things as a number. That makes for an easy midnight snack. Oh, so they literally just eat part of their bed. Interesting. Not particularly useful. It's nice they have a bank here, though. Oh, there's a cave? Can we go in the cave? Or are they going to be like, no? I hate when they say no. Cave seems like a good place to find some interesting things. I could just have a quick look. Oh, that goes very deep into the planet. I'd best not go any further on my own. Very deep? Are we looking at 2 different planets here? Maybe Blip could tell me what this cave is for. Oh yeah, there is 12 pieces of information I just saw. Okay, Blip, which one are you? You're there. Let's see what this cave's about. I came across a well-covered cave entrance to the west. It seems to go right into the center of Zolaria. Ah, you have found the core of our planet. What is it for? It is the sacred resting place of our previous elder. I see. I'd best not sneak in there then. Alright, well those do seem like useful bits of information, I won't lie. Let's try to find one more and then we'll check if that's enough. Let's check under this. Ooh, actually we might be able to find 5. What's this? It doesn't look very healthy. There must be more around I can look for. Alright, there's some meteorites. The meteorites is kind of the big reward of this quest, in my opinion. But we'll find out about those later. That's a strange sound. It almost sounds like angry energy. I wonder if the Star Sprite who lives here knows what it is. Oh, we should have had 4. I guess that didn't count. I hope you don't mind, but I heard a strange sound coming from the floor of your house. Do you know what it is? That is where our starlight comes from. Your source of power is below your house? It is safe in the core. Is it normally that loud? No, it was a soft whoosh before. Okay. I do feel like we have enough information now, even if that one didn't tick off as a thing. But if not, we can do more. Is that skylight? Alright, let's see if we have enough. Who do I talk to relay the information? I found some information. Oh. Ah. There is a cave in the center of the planet. The cave is where Elder Star Sprites go to die. The cave is where their power source can be found. I don't think those things are related to the loss of the Anima Mundi. Maybe you should find more clues first. Okay, so we do have to find a specific clue. I feel like the mysterious decay is the issue that we are lacking here. Another suspicious patch, no healthier than the last. There might be another one I can find. Gosh, I don't know where the other one would be. This little mound of dirt isn't that big. We could try high contrast mode, which I've recently became aware of how easy it is to turn it on and off. I'm not seeing anything obvious. Just the bank chest. No. Of course, it could be that they're hiding stuff on purpose. I don't know. It is a mystery. There's got to be more to do here. Okay, I think maybe we can go to other islands to look to. We don't have to just stick on this one. Okay, that guy's just flying around. There we go. There's my little flight area. Alright, so let's take a peek at the other islands. Like this little island that seemed pointless before, maybe it has a purpose when we land on it. Now that we know what we're doing. But yeah, it does seem we need 4 specific pieces of information, and we're missing at least one of them. No, this really is just a pointless island? Alright, well that looks like a bigger island over there, so I suspect that one has something on it. It's not just because I read something about a northeast island that I think there might be something up here. And also I can see the particles of the messed up ground that we're looking for. No, definitely not those things. This feels like it's the important clue as well. Alright, mysterious decay, and we're gonna high contrast mode this area real quick. Nope, nothing else. Got it. There, another patch. These parts of the planet look like they're dying. Alright, that's that then. I mean, we can try the conversation again and hope that that was the key piece of the information. Is there only one landing spot? I think so. Which is unfortunate. Oh no, wait, there's a landing spot, and I don't think that's the one we used. Alright. There's multiple. Good to know. Alright, let's get landed, though. And we're gonna try this again. But it feels like, come on, knowing what we know, I could figure it out. I mean, I've already kind of figured it out. Just a little. Alright, let's do this. I mean, I've already looked into this. I found some information. Parts of the planet are dying. There's a cave in the center of the planet. The cave is where the Elder Star Sprites go to die, and the cave is where their power source can be found. Those actually seem like some relevant pieces of information. It's all the same ones that you just said weren't relevant. Plus 1 extra. Yes, I think makes sense. Those do seem like a logical grouping. So, a dodgy energy source, a dying planet, and a dead star sprite walk into a bar. Silly KaBob, none of those can walk. That is to say, I'm not sure what to do with this information. You know, I hate to agree with you, but this might even be out of my depth. Rosie, help Groningen? Yes, Professor Groningen. I was just about to say that. KaBob, my old professor in the observatory, may be able to help us out here. Tell him I sent you, and give him these coordinates. Groningen, coordinates, got it. Alright, let's get on over to the observatory. I didn't prepare any special way to get there, so this will just take a second. Alright, here we are at the good old observatory. Much more convenient with this rope here. I remember when it wasn't there. That was annoying. Alright, up we go, and I guess it's you? Professor Groningen? KaBob, what can I do for you? Wizard Rosalina sent me. I'm working with her in Wizard Chambers to figure out a bit of a head-scratcher involving star sprites. Ah, Rosalina and Chambers. Those two were my best students back in the day. How are they doing? Honestly, they're a bit like water and wabagong oil. Still playing rivals, eh? They never did fool anyone. Good to know it's not just me. So, what's gotten you three scratching your heads about star sprites? Space fleas? Some of the star sprites have been losing their anima recently. We figured out that it's tied to a power source at the center of their planet, and possibly also a dead star sprite. I hope I haven't caught space fleas too, though. Now that is a head scratcher. Which planet is this? Oh yes, Rosalina wrote down the coordinates for you. It's a planet called Zolaria. Let's see what we're dealing with then. "42 degrees, 2 light years northeast. That should be the correct angle. Alright, let's take a look at what's going on here. Yes, there's your Zolaria. Is that... No, that can't be right. But... This is unbelievable. Professor, what is it? It looks like your star sprites inhabit the surroundings of a dark star. Are you sure? Most positive. That'll be what's causing your problems. The typical behavior of a dark star is to effectively deteriorate, as in drain its surroundings of life right from its inception. Why hasn't it been bothering the star sprites until recently? These things are much older than you or I can comprehend. The deterioration has been so incredibly slow that it's gone unnoticed until the recent tipping point. I see. Now what? I'd best let Rosalina know what you found. Thank you for the help. Good luck. Send Rosalina and Chambers my well wishes. Alright. Well, I don't know why he wasn't eligible for helping us out earlier, but let's get back over there. Well, that was nice of them. The portal took me here instead of to one of the outer islands. I was worried I would have to fly back. Alright, well, let's go talk to all these guys. What did you find out? How do I put this? Did you know that you're all living around a life-sucking entity that violates the laws of nature? A dark star? A dark star? A dark star! That's not scientifically possible. Well, now it is. Congratulations? A dark star? Is safe stay there? We'll be fine, probably. I mean, considering that statistically speaking, we should be in space we should be space mush right now. The odds are in our favor. Oh, the dark star is completely safe. It is not a concern to us. Of course not. Join me in the cave of the core. I can show you. You too, Zoob. Normally younglings are disallowed, but this is an important time. Wow, I wonder what it looks like inside. An invite to the core. I'm honored. Meet us there, KaBob. Yes, I too wonder what it looks like inside. A wonder that will not last very long if I can remember where it is. There it is. Let's get in there and find out, why don't we? Wow, it's a cave that looks a lot like the outside. And the dark star is really tiny, actually. Not sure how we saw it through the telescope. This is the dark star, our source of energy. Long ago, this was an elder like me. And one day, I too will be consumed by this atmosphere to provide energy for many youngling star sprites to come. The life of a star sprite in a full cycle. I had some theories regarding their energy source, but none of them were quite so symbiotic. How beautiful. The dark star does not look like you. It does not even have your eyes. No, it has morphed a lot since the birth. Could I become a dark star? Maybe. You could also become a light star out in the atmosphere. Can light stars also have babies? Babies? Younglings? I just saw them around our planet. They were all over, baby dark stars. Uh-oh. What do you mean? Yes, I saw multiple dark stars all over the planet. I almost touched one. It looked tingly. That doesn't seem like a good thing. Indeed, you should go and gather them up. It might work to slow the deterioration here. I'll come back here once I'm done. Alright, so now we're going to have to explore again, I guess, and that's probably where the other islands come in. So let's just go to every island, I guess? I don't know. How can we get off of here? There's a spot. So yeah, I think there is one on this island, apparently. I don't know where, though. You'll just look around. I suppose I don't know how big they are. Oh, there one is. So they are quite small. Don't stand out too much. Give me that. I'll divinate this. There we go. 1 out of 5 baby dark stars. Alright, now let's get off the main island, I think. Right? Nope, there's actually 2 more on this island. I'm learning as I go. There's one right here. I think now we'll fly since we're right next to an edge. And we have to go to the southeast island. The one that I was looking at earlier and was like, yeah, we're probably going to go there. I'm guessing the bigger one, but maybe not. I don't know. I don't see anything here. Large star bloom. I think that's one of the things we could have investigated, but it doesn't seem like it'd be a relevant piece of information. This seems relevant, though. Give me that wisp. And let's get out of here. 3 out of 5. Now we need to head north. I suspect it's going to be on that previously useless island. It would just make sense. Why else would it exist, right? It just makes sense, but I don't see... There it is, I see it. That was a legitimate deduction, by the way. I wasn't just saying that because I already knew the answer. Alright, let's get this one, but I do know that the last one is somewhere in this general area. That's why we came up here, because then we can just land right here, get the last one, and then head back in there, and hopefully that solves the problem. The problem was just too many black holes. Dark stars, if you want to call it that. Where is it? There it is. Alright, good stuff. I wonder if these patches will go away whenever we complete the quest. There we go. Alright, he said something, but I didn't see it. I do wish whenever the chat boxes like that showed up that for quests, there'd be like a 2-second it can't disappear delay, which they do sometimes. But a lot of times I click the second it shows up. Alright, let's talk to Blip, I guess. I've gathered up all the baby dark stars I could find. Yes, we saw their energies feed back into the core here. Great. It doesn't seem to have done much. Nope. Does anyone have any other ideas? Could we sacrifice a star sprite? Okay, I'm ready to be consumed by the atmosphere. Oh, that was much more willing response than I was anticipating. I was joking. Could we sacrifice Blip? They said it themselves, they're going to turn into the Dark Star one day. We'd just be speeding up the process. But then who would be Elder? I can be old. I'm afraid that's not something you can force, Zoob. Oh. Could I sacrifice myself? Hold on a minute. Nope, that's not something I want to do. Let's try again. They're really going to make me do all these? Could we sacrifice you? Donate your body to science and all? Rosie, much live for. A noble suggestion, but I think I'm more useful to the star sprites alive and well. That's it. No more sacrifice talk. We will not be sacrificing anyone today. Or ever, hopefully. Blip, any suggestions? I will think. I do know of a rite we could try. It was passed down to me by the last elder of Zolaria. Are you sure about this? Not at all, but my line of work is all about testing out new things. Here goes nothing, I guess. I will gather up the rest of the younglings to participate. Oh, everyone gets to see this place now. KaBob, watch and repeat. The younglings will sate this dark star in a specific order. If you need it repeated, talk to me. Oh gosh, what are we doing here? Glorp Bop Rocks. I'm never gonna remember this. Do I have to click on them? Oh no, they're not even in the same space. Glorp Bop Zox. There's only 3 at least. Is it gonna get worse? Oh, okay. The Dark Star calls for more. Let us progress to the second part of the rite. I don't get why I have to watch this. Why am I involved in this at all? Zag, Fuzz, Noob, Zorb. Zag, Fuzz, Noob, and Zorb. The air is vibrating. It is time for the last part of the rite. This is where it's going to be hard. Zig, E.T., Bop, E.T. again, and Glorp. Oh no. Zig, E.T., Bop, E.T., and Glorp. Oh, something's happening. Something good, I hope. Please don't be Space Mush. Please don't be Space Mush. I mean, that sounds like something you'd feed to the new player-owned farm Zolaria expansion. Which would be cool. Yes, the core is stabilizing. The tingly energy has gone. Wow. It has worked. I believe this is when humans would say, well done. Well done? Phew. Meet us back outside, KaBob. For the traditional, we can't finish the conversation standing here for some reason situation. Let's go finish the conversation somewhere else. Amazing how often that happens. Alright. It's been truly an amazing experience getting to visit your planet, and the core too. I couldn't have asked for a better field trip. You are welcome, Miss Rosalina. Can I invite my fellow astromancy researchers here too? There's so much more I'd like to study. Our home can be freely visited by you and your associates at any time. I can come back too? Please do, KaBob. I found your company entertaining. Goodbye for now. I hope to return soon. We should return to Piscatoris now that the Dark Star is stable again. Chambers might be getting, lonely. What say? Lively. I said you must be feeling so lively with the adventure we've been on. KaBob, do you want me to teleport you back? Sure. Let's finish this quest. Wow, what an incredible series of events. So, what did I miss? I heard bits and pieces, but I want the full story. I'll start by setting the scene. Envision pitch black with twinkly lights all around. I think more like a bunch of purple. Then Blip said we can research it at any time. Can you believe that? Oops, KaBob, did I lose you for a second? Huh? What? Still here. Star Sprites, Space Mush. All that interplanetary travel must be catching up with you. I need a long lie down. The jet lag is serious. So Rosie, what was the official name of this planet? I told you, it's Zolaria. Right, that's a nice name for it, but we'll need a formal nomenclature for it too. Seeing as this was your discovery, KaBob, what do you think? Well, all I really did was stumble across Zoob on a walk. You two put in all the hard work to make the portal. Okay, what about Rosalind Chambers, but with Leet speak? Rosalind Chambers, I like it. Thanks for all the help, KaBob. We're going to stay here for a bit while we continue our research on Zolaria. You can, of course, continue using the portal. I give it my will not collapse at a moment's notice seal of approval, so to speak. I also found this chunk of anima-infused meteorite while we were over there. I'm not quite sure what it does yet, but you can probably figure it out. Thanks. Don't be a stranger. Alright, we got all this stuff. 5% increased XP when mining shooting stars, 500 Stardust, magical meteorite chunk, 2 quest points. Good stuff. Teleport. Okay, so this just takes you here. That's really actually surprisingly convenient. All right, well, let's get our free XP here, and then we will look into the meteorite mining. See how fast it is and all that. I don't have all my mining supplies on me, but that's fine. Where was it? Just over here, I believe. If I'm remembering the layout correctly, I could be wrong. Nope, there it is. All right, so the meteorites is the main thing. It's the new training method, but really it's for creating something, which we will create here in a second. It's not something that I have much use for right now, but it's something I've always meant to try out. So yeah, seems like it's not that hard to get meteorite stuff, but I guess you have to crush it afterward. Oh, look at that, a golden rock. So what happens when you crush it? Oh, you just get meteorite dust, which is a stackable item. That's convenient. That's a very convenient mining thing. All right, let me look into the details of how everything works real quick. All right, so we're here over at the Max Guild. So what you do is you use your 85 mining to mine the meteorite, 85 crafting to make the dust, and then with 85 smithing, you can get the cannonballs. I don't know if you use it or you smith it. Okay, it looks like you smith it, so I'm gonna think of a smithing place to go real quick, and we'll get there. Honestly, it makes sense that you have to smith it, but in the heat of the moment, I didn't think of it. All right, so cannonball. It's nice to finally have an upgraded cannonball. Ever since we saw like Rune and Adamant and all those cannonballs in it's the one with the gold rock, that the whatever dwarf quest that is. Ever since we saw that, it's always annoyed me how limiting cannonballs are. Like, imagine an Elder Rune cannonball. How much damage would that do? But there you go, meteorite cannonballs. They're really not that hard to make in a decent quantity. It's one of those things where I think you use a lot of cannonballs, so getting the actual cannonballs is a bit annoying, but upgrading them seems relatively reasonable, and you get 150% damage, which is pretty nice. So yeah, that's the main thing there. If you got the levels, it's a way to do a little bit more damage with your cannon. And maybe it's time for me to finally try out cannoning some stuff, because I've literally never really done it. I couldn't tell you a single time where I've actually cannoned stuff, and I probably should for some things like the Impling Champions Challenge, things like that. Cannon makes sense for. I've just never actually bothered to do that grind. Anyway, I always love a new quest. I'm very happy that they released it even though the league is ongoing. That's one of the things in old school RuneScape that annoys me is you just don't get updates for 2 months. But in this RuneScape 3 league, you actually still get cool updates like this, and I like that. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next episode where we will be doing something else. I'm not entirely sure yet, but I'll see you then. Bye.